Hi, it's Jacqui, and you're listening to Do Not Click.
Check 1 2. You're listening to Do Not Click.
Jacqui.
I'm just Jacqui.
Don't go by
My
Jacqui.
full name is Jacqueline Suyin Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux is my last
man, I wanted to
name,
play
yeah.
a game where I wanted to try to pronounce your last name.
Sorry, I ruined it.
I wanted to give myself like 3 tries
Okay.
because it was a very hard to pronounce name. So
Mhm.
initially I thought it was like Thibodeaux,
Diox.
Thibodeaux
I've gotten
or
that
something
as
like
well,
that.
yeah. Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux. I've gotten so many.
Everyone at least butcher your names.
Yeah.
In school at least, like teacher try
Yeah.
to pronounce your name.
That's why they usually don't pronounce it. They try to stay away from it.
How do we pronounce your last name again?
Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux.
Yeah.
That's from your dad, right?
Of course it's from my dad, yeah.
Yeah, and your
Mhm.
mom is Singaporean Chinese.
That's correct. Yeah.
American,
Oh, you did your research, okay.
Yeah, American dad.
American dad,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is why I bought you the Reese chocolate. Cause
Yes, Reese's Pieces.
Reese's
Oh my gosh,
Pieces.
my favorite, yeah.
you eat mostly clean food, right?
I try to because, I mean, we're all trying to be healthy these days. And also last year I had a few, trying, right? So last year I had a few health issues. So because of that, this year it was my New Year's resolution to try to keep myself in better shape lah.
We'll get into that health issue.
Okay, all right.
But how often do you eat chocolate?
How did I eat chocolate?
When are you gonna eat the chocolate I gave you?
Probably tonight. I will crush it over some Ben and Jerry's maybe.
You don't have like a specific day for a cheat day, like okay, Monday to Friday is my clean eating, and then Saturday is my cheat day. No.
It's as and when I feel like it. I mean, I think your body knows best, so it will just tell you when, you should be doing this or you shouldn't be doing it. It's whether we listen or not.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
All right. One half of the X Factor
Mhm.
at Power 98 together with Mr. Young,
That's right.
who was on the previous show.
Yeah.
So during the podcast with me and Young and Foreign, you came in sneaking. I kept that portion in the podcast.
Oh, did you?
By the way, yeah, so you tried to sneak into the room to get your bag or something.
Yeah. I was doing production in the other studio. So I came back and then y'all were doing your thing and I'm like, oh crap, I'm definitely interrupting something.
Yeah. You guys can try to find that part on the podcast with Kick to the Gut.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, how's family? How's everything?
Family is good because I don't live with my parents. I live on my own. So yeah, but I see them like
Independent.
yeah.
But you're
trying
not
to
married.
be.
You're not married, right?
Not yet.
You rented a place.
I have a place. So it's just a matter of trying to meet up with my parents
Your own
every
place.
week. Yeah.
Like your literally your own HDB.
Yeah.
Wow.
What about it?
You're over
Yeah.
35?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 35.
I
yeah.
assume you're late 20s at least.
Oh, well, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
you
But no,
don't-
I'm
yeah.
35 already.
You look very youthful.
Okay, thank you. I'll
Yeah.
try to keep it that way.
So keep it that way. Stay happy. That's one of the ingredients.
For sure. And healthy. Yeah.
And yeah,
Mhm.
healthy eating. Do you have any siblings?
I have a half sister.
Okay.
She's from my dad's first marriage. Then her mother passed away.
Okay.
So then that's when my dad started to work, and I mean he was already working but he tried to travel and stuff like that. And then that's when he came to Singapore. And then my mom and him, funny story, were actually working in the same building, and they kept crossing each other on the staircase, like, hey. And then my mom was like, we have to stop meeting like this. And then,
She told you that when she told you the story?
of course, she said it exactly like that. So she was like, we have to stop meeting like
She
this.
said that with a Ang Moh accent because
No, but she actually speaks with an American
Okay.
accent, but she's
Okay.
Singaporean because
she
we lived
studied
in the
abroad.
States.
Okay,
No.
that makes sense.
Yeah, because we lived. I was born here. We lived here. Then we moved to the States to be with, because my dad's side is all there
Okay.
in Lafayette, Louisiana, like southern as southern can get. And she just kind of picked up the accent, so she talks like me.
Okay.
So
she lived there for a while.
Yeah, we lived there for about 4 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Young, he does a bit of hybrid. There's he's a bit of slang here and there, but then there's like la sometimes. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I assume your mom speaks something like that.
Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. And she speaks all dialects. Like she speaks Cantonese, Hokkien,
Oh,
all that
linguist.
kind of stuff. Yeah, she's very well-rounded. Yeah,
Yeah. Do
not
you-
physically, but
Do you get to meet your sister often?
actually, she's supposed to come back end of this year, which is
Christmas.
now
Yeah.
Christmas time. Yeah, so we're still working out that plan, but no confirmation yet. So we'll see how. Yeah.
Okay. And do you study at all in Singapore?
Of course. Yeah, I
Okay.
studied. I mean, when I was born, it was here. Then we moved to the States. Sorry, no, Jakarta first, and then the States. So I studied in the States early on, but came back when I was 8-ish. Yeah, between 8 and 9. So since 8 till now, I've done, well, okay, not till now, I'm not studying anymore, but I did primary school, secondary school, and then poly.
Do you remember your days in Jakarta?
No, not at all. Too
Not at
young.
all. Too young.
Yeah.
But the States?
The
any
States I did,
memories?
yes, a
Okay.
lot, because I had a lot of trouble fitting in because I was mixed and because it was
But you don't. You look generally very American. Like
no, not in
Not
the
in
school
that-
that I was
not over
at.
there.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
very not very nice lah. I got a lot of bullying because I was half and half. So and they call me half and half.
physical bullying or just
No,
verbal?
verbal.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
which is still,
still, yeah.
pain lah. You
Yeah,
know.
still pain. Yeah.
Even then I didn't. I had like very few friends, which I guess was good because it was a clique, and I was in gymnastics as well, so they were fine with me. It wasn't like it was just people, just random people that I didn't even know, and then they just make fun of you. So it, especially like in the canteen when we went for
Yeah.
lunch and stuff like that. So it got to a point where I actually went to my teacher and I was like, this is really, I don't know what to do. I really don't want them to bully me anymore. I can't take it.
Life sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go to
So-
school.
Yeah, you just kind of it's a dampener on everything.
Is
So
this equivalent to primary school or? What
yeah, it
is
was. Yeah,
Okay.
grade school. Yeah.
Okay, grade school.
So my teacher actually talked to the pupils that were bullying me, and they never bullied me after that lah. So I actually went through school quite nicely, finished up whatever I needed to do in the States, came here, same thing, because I was half and half. But here I think I was old enough to handle it better lah. So yeah.
Did a bit of your bullying childhood had any precursors to you doing MMA?
No, I think that's just, it's good to know self-defense lah. Actually,
Okay.
prior to that, I did karate
Okay.
when I was younger. So I think I've always been actually
Interested.
athletic.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done bowling, swimming, track, karate, anything that I could get my hands on. The most like mundane, I wouldn't call it mundane actually. The most tame thing that I've done is chess. I actually joined the chess club
The
once
chess
upon a
club.
time. Yeah,
Wow.
not Chinese chess, English chess. The one with black and white
Yeah.
horses, queen, king, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Mind games.
Yeah, I mean a strategy as well. So yeah, I thought,
Speaking of being athletic, I saw you and Young did some trampoline thing
yeah,
recently.
we did bounce fit.
Mm.
That's what it was. So we actually went again over the weekend at Sentosa.
Is it annual event or just?
No, they try to make it annual, I think, but I think they're trying to make it more of a monthly thing. And
Okay.
it's really growing, like the population, because everybody's trying to get fit
Yeah.
these days anyway. And you're always trying to find
Something
new things to do.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, something new.
I mean, just running is good,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think you want to have fun and keep fit at the same
Yeah.
time. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to embark on something like that. Young and I were trying to constantly find things to do that you can have.
It's good for the gram, you know. You're
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm trying this new shit.
That is what I've heard. It's good for the gram. Yeah.
I'm trying this new shit, and everyone will be very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
cross promotion.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Good for the gram and good for your health.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what was this health problems? Is it anything very fatal?
I mean, I got hospitalized for a bit. I don't want to go too much into it. But yeah, it was just a bad decision I made on my part. And I didn't take care of myself and then look after myself because it was just a really downtime lah. Last year was a bad year for me.
Okay. Is it like bulimia or something?
No lah.
Okay.
But it was a physical issue lah.
Okay, okay.
So I just really needed to, like the nurses and the doctors were just like, you really need to take better care of yourself nutrition wise. If not, this is just going to keep worsening and you're not going to get better and you're not going to be around to, spend time with your family and stuff like that. So I was like, that was a wake up call for me. And I was like, yeah, I really need to take better care of myself. And funnily enough, that was when we kind of embarked on this whole fitness thing. Like Young and I, we realized that health is seriously very important and we don't look after ourselves as much as we should lah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, we live such hectic lives in our society right now. And what is the thing that you want to do at the end of the day after you finish work?
Sleep.
I want to eat and sleep. That's it.
Exactly.
And when you want to eat, you want to get something fast.
Sure.
And you want to go home and just chill in front of the TV. And then you tend to not eat good things or good for your body.
Yeah.
So that's why I've taken more care, I guess, in cooking what I eat so I know what I'm putting in my body. I know that sounds very health fanatic thing, but
No,
I just think
that makes sense. Yeah.
and I love cooking anyway. It's one of my hobbies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You know, healthy food is not that it's not there. It's just it's expensive as well.
True. Yeah. That's
Adds up
exactly
lah,
it.
and you it's very hard to eat healthy
Exactly.
like
yeah.
every day
Mhm.
and not be broke.
That's why exactly sometimes when I cook, right, I will cook a big batch and then I will just eat like for maybe 2 or 3 days. So it's still
Yeah,
fine if you
2
pop
and
it
3
in.
days is okay.
Yeah.
I tried.
Not a week
I
lah.
tried a week and then like Thursday and Friday the food is not fresh and then
Yeah.
then your meal sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
might end up wasting food because you don't want to eat that because it's not fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So be sure you make something you like and you're gonna eat and it's good for you. It's a win-win. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you feel good now after all the exercises and all that
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We're gonna run the
marathon.
Yeah,
I
the
saw-
UA Standard Chartered thing.
I keep a close eye on Young's Instagram, so
Yes.
he keeps us posted on his
yeah, that he
training
does.
activities.
Yeah, he keeps me posted verbally as well. Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned you like cooking.
Yes, I love cooking.
How long have you been cooking? Who taught you cooking? The basic foundations and all that.
Nobody really taught me. I watched my mom a lot. And then one day, and I never used to like the cooking channels on TV. Like anytime that I switch, I'm definitely comedy driven. Like anytime that I switch on TV, you turn on the TV because you want to feel good, you want to laugh. For me anyway. I think that's the same thing with radio. When you turn on the radio, you want to feel good. You want somebody to perk you up, right? Maybe you're having a bad day or something. So that's why I was channel surfing one day, got stuck on one of the cooking channels, and I was like, oh my god, this is so entertaining.
Gordon Ramsay.
No, this was like AFC or Food Network or something like that. I think it was Food Network. And I think it's also all about the presenter, like how they talk about the food and how they make you interested. So when I realized like, actually, it's not that bad. If you just try, all you need to do is try. And then you realize, actually, I can do this. It's not bad. So that's when I started cooking. I think it was like maybe a good 5 or 6 years ago. I started trying to make my own meals. And then I started making meals for my family. And then
Ooh,
get the family over.
lucky parents.
Yeah. Well, I haven't gotten a bad review yet. They do say like, oh, maybe it could use a bit more of this. But I'm like, ooh, no, I don't.
Do you think that is good constructive feedback? But
Exactly.
do you still like
No.
Why can't you just appreciate my
No, they do. And that's the
concoction?
thing. No, they're totally like supportive and they just say, oh, maybe next time you can try it with this or something. You know, they give me an alternative or
Okay.
they just suggest. They never say, they're happy I'm feeding them and that I know my way around the kitchen. So they're happy with that, I think.
Do you concern yourself with beautifying your food?
Like making it pretty, is it?
Yeah.
When it comes to presentation, I try.
Like
but
sometimes add food coloring just to make it more
oh,
vibrant.
no. No food coloring. Maybe like
Design. The way the placement of the
yes,
food.
like the
Okay.
plating of it.
Okay.
Or maybe the garnish. Yeah, maybe like, spice it up a little bit. Not literal spice, but yeah, you can use that sometimes
Yeah.
also. Why not? Yeah.
What's your special cuisine?
Definitely just Italian food. And because I like to eat it and I like to cook it. So why not? That's the thing about Chinese food. I'm not very much inclined to cook Chinese food.
Chinese
I
food.
usually buy Chinese food.
Because you didn't grow up eating Chinese food?
No,
or-
because I think, okay, I've watched my mom cook Chinese food. It looks quite complex to me. Like
Okay.
the spices that and the way that it's mothers lah. You know,
Yeah.
the way that they're just so in tune to cooking. It's like
Yeah.
they were
It's
born
just
with it.
Natural.
Yeah. And I don't have that
Aggravation.
natural, aggravation.
Yeah.
I don't have that naturalness yet with Chinese food. So one day,
Okay.
I'm working towards it.
Did your mom, was she into healthy cooking as well?
Well, I mean, not super healthy, but like, yeah, I mean, it's mother's cooking. Like, I mean, she did as much as she could, or as well as she could, and I had no complaints whatsoever. I still have no complaints.
Yeah, because for me, growing up in a Malay family, it's like the worst kind of, like the stats where, that Malay people are the highest in the diabetes.
It's rich food lah. It's rich, yeah.
Packing order and all that.
Yeah.
Rich food, yeah.
It's rich food, that's what it is.
Yeah, so I work in a boxing gym. I worked there for 3 years, so I started healthy eating, and my parents it was a big culture shock for them lah, because they've always been eating their food all this
Right.
time.
Yeah.
So, they were very intrigued of like, because they saw the results of me losing weight and all that, and then they themselves got into healthy cooking as well.
Right.
Yeah, so
That's
I mean,
good.
yeah. Did your mom, when she observed you cooking and all that, did she start?
Yeah,
to-
they've actually started to change their diet as well.
Change their
Actually, my
diet.
parents. I mean, they are in their 60s and 70s. My mom is 65, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
and my dad is 8 years older.
She still cooks for the
Oh
family?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll go over for like dinners, and we always have like a dinner and a game night. So we'll play games after that. Yeah.
Game night. Chess. Playing chess.
Not just like Pictionary. Yeah.
Very traditional.
Yeah. We are board games lah. It's some
You could
kind of
have
board
just do the mobile app
game.
game.
No. Yeah, we're very old school at it.
Your parents not technology savvy?
They are a bit, I would say, for their age and like the fact that I think they're more advanced than I ever thought they would be. But yeah, I mean, I think it's nice to be old school once in a while also lah. I mean, when we play these board games, it's like, who plays board games anymore, right? Yeah, exactly. So when we get together and we do this, it just...
You like the quality time with the family?
Of course. Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's very rare, I feel.
Is it?
I don't know of anyone that spends time with their family like that.
Oh, okay.
So I appreciate that lah.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
I think we all should lah. Because, I mean, our parents... And the only time
save money also.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for us to, like, like family time is definitely very important.
Wow. Your relationship with your parents is really...
Quite close.
Yeah, quite close.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm not close to my parents, but some things are still very awkward.
Right.
I wouldn't say I'm like 100% open with them.
Sure, same. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be close to them or with them.
That
you
makes
know
sense.
what I mean? Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. You mentioned that you enjoy bowling a lot.
Yeah, that was what I started to do when I was 8, and I realized that I think I can do this. And I took part in competitions as well. I even, at one point, almost joined the national team. There was like
There's a national
coach.
bowling team.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the coach actually said, because he saw me bowling one time, I think he was like trying to scout, right? So he was like, hey, do you want to come try out for the national team? I was like, okay, you know. But I realized it wasn't for me, like, to live that kind of lifestyle. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this as a career, you know, that kind of thing. And I don't know how consistent I'd be if I let down the nation. Oh gosh, it's such an embarrassment. Like,
the pressure of representing the country.
Yeah, it's not easy, no. So yeah, I'd rather not. Thank you.
Would you participate in a competitive MMA or something, considering you do a bit of MMA here and there? Or
Last time lah. I haven't done it in so long. I mean, Mr. Young keeps up a lot, obviously, because he goes back, like, I mean, every week. But I haven't been in an MMA class in
How do you
couple
keep
years
fit nowadays?
Jog. I run a lot. I swim a lot as well.
I thought that's like your least favorite type of workout.
It is, but it's easy. And because I have a dog, so when I run with her.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So exactly. And it
Yeah.
kind of wears her out as well. So she's not so hyper when I'm at home. And then she wears me out. So at least when I wear her out when we run, we're doing something productive and we're getting each other tired. So that's my strategy right now.
What's the breed of your dog?
She's a Singapore special. She's a mongrel.
Okay.
Yeah, so I adopted her lah.
And you've been dog sitting for your neighbor this week?
Oh yeah, it was
week?
the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
They just came up to pick her up this morning. So yeah.
Oh.
So my dog is so sad. She was like moping around the house.
Her
Yeah.
best BFF.
Yeah.
Had to leave.
Yeah.
Is that your first dog?
No, I've had a dog in the States.
Okay.
But because we had to move back, we had to
Let it
give her
go.
out. Yeah, I didn't want to bring her
Was
back
that very
here.
heartbreaking?
Yes, it was. 'Cause she was a Chihuahua. Her name was Tootsie, like the Tootsie Roll, you know. But yeah, the family that we gave her to apparently were quite good. My parents were saying, okay, yeah, I think we can leave it with her.
And what's the name of this dog?
Tootsie. Oh, now? Jolie.
Jolie.
Yeah. The Singapore special.
Like Angelina?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the inspiration for the name.
No, the thing was when we adopted her, that was already her name. So we didn't want to change it and like call her something else.
Is that a hard thing to do? Like if you give it another name, would she respond to that?
I've asked around and I've read up on it. Apparently it won't do much, but we're like, yeah, we called her Jolie so many times already. Might as well just stick to it. And on top of that, the letter J runs in my family anyway. Because my dad's name is John. My mom's name is Juchu.
Jacqui.
And my other half's name is Joe. And I'm Jacqui. So it's like,
the J.
mine as well is Jolie. Okay, we'll stick with it. Yeah.
Dog sitting for your neighbor's dog. Does different dog have different temperaments?
Yeah, of course. But they got along well, perfectly. Actually, before they left, the other dog's name is Kia. So before they left Kia with us, we decided, because every time we walk the dogs, we always run into each other. So this couple said, oh my gosh, we're in a bind. I'm so sorry. They caught us on a walk one day. And they said, we are so sorry to ask, but we asked the kennel and they couldn't take her. They were full. Then we asked somebody to come and babysit, but they canceled last minute. So can you take her? And we're like, sure, why not? So they came one night and they brought Kia, and Kia and Jolie hit it off. So they came over and we let them like hang out with each other for a bit. No drama, no nothing. Even though it's two bitches.
to put it bluntly.
Yeah. So I mean, it is.
Yeah,
them,
it is,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, they got along perfectly. And actually, like I said, this morning when they came to pick Kia up and they left, Jolie just looked. She was walking around the house for the
She
longest
knows.
time. Yeah. And when I was getting Kia's things together as well, she's like, something is weird. Something is up.
Is it true that dogs can see ghosts?
I don't know. I'll have to ask my dog for you.
No, but
I heard.
any moments where your dog just stands into a corner, like,
Yeah. She'll just like
but
tilt her head. Like
Tilt
she'll
head.
tilt her head, and it's almost as if she's trying to listen to something.
okay.
You know, like when we also try to listen
Yeah.
to something closely, we tilt our head. That's what she looks like. So I don't know if she's looking at something, but it looks more like she's trying to hear something. So I really don't know about what they
Because they
can
got
see.
a great sense of hearing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Is it expensive to take
Maintenance,
care of
is
dog?
it?
Maintenance. Do you spend at least like $1,000 per
Oh
month?
no. She
Not
doesn't
that-
cost it. Oh, no,
not that
no,
crazy.
not at all. The only thing that we spend on.
Manicure, pedicure.
No, she no mani, no pedi, no paw, decure.
No pedicure.
If that's the thing.
Have you heard of this thing called cat sitting?
Babysitting a cat? I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like Airbnb, but so if you travel overseas,
Mm-hmm.
right, so you get to live in a house for free in the service of taking care of their cat.
Oh no, I have not
Yeah.
heard of that.
So,
Okay, that's
yes,
interesting.
I'm not sure if there's like dog sitting.
That's interesting. I might have to look into that.
It's like Airbnb, like basically. So
Right.
you get accommodation.
Uh-huh.
I found out about that in a podcast as well.
Okay, that's very
In
cool.
one podcast, yeah.
I have to look into that. Yeah,
Listen to podcast people. It's very knowledgeable.
I will. Yes.
So DJing is not just the only thing that you do. You did a bit of hosting here and there.
Yeah, we still do actually because it's part and parcel of the job. It kind of
Okay.
comes with a package. You know what I mean? So
Is
as
it
and when
like the company gives the jobs to you, or you have to look for it yourself?
a bit of both actually, because our clients will come or maybe they'll listen to us and say, "Oh, look, I heard Mr. Young and Jacqui. I'm holding this event. Do you think they can do?" Sometimes they'll ask for us as a pair, or they'll ask for just one of us. So it really depends, and it depends on the client lah. Like what are they like? If it's a jewelry kind of event, then maybe they'll probably get me as opposed to Mr. Young. If they're
Yeah.
getting, and usually it's also more geared towards our image. Like nowadays, because of the health stuff that we're
Yeah.
trying to promote, the fitness and healthy living, healthy lifestyle.
They approach you.
Yeah, now they're approaching Mr. Young and myself, and we're trying to promote ourselves as a healthy lifestyle station. So as a whole, I don't know if you realize, but the jocks, like whoever is involved in fitness at the moment, we're all trying to do it together.
Okay.
So the Safra
Maybe not the
Beer Run-
muttons lah. but-
No. Different station anyway also.
Yeah, station.
But like JK and Mike from the Power Breakfast, like Mike is very into fitness. He goes to the gym like every day, I think, religiously. Kim trying to get fit also. So 4 of us took part in the Safra Bay Run not too long ago.
It's a great culture to have in the workplace.
Exactly, yeah.
good
So
healthy
I
culture.
think, yeah, we're just trying to keep each other active and healthy. So
Okay.
I think that's good. Yeah.
So you did a bit of hosting and you did some stuff for Channel 5 and some ads and here and there, but
Yeah.
you've never acted, right?
Maybe like a cameo. Even then, I don't remember. But I definitely auditioned for like acting gigs here and there. So yeah, and that was for Channel Mediacorp at the time.
I read somewhere that you did an ad with McDonald's.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Once upon a time. Oh my
What
gosh.
were you promoting? McNuggets?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh my gosh. What was that? I don't remember what it was for. It was so
Back
long ago.
when you weren't active, so you can't advocate that fast food lifestyle.
that lifestyle, yeah. No, but I think it was more like a fun. I don't even remember what it was about. Oh my gosh. Thanks for bringing that up, by the way. Yeah. I need to
no,
go and look
no
back.
burgers, or you can't remember.
I really cannot. I don't know. It's got to do with burgers. I'm
Alright,
sure.
so-
It's McDonald's.
You started out your entertainment journey in 2006, I think.
Seven.
If I read, 2006,
6 or 7.
If I read your bio properly.
Probably. Okay.
And you joined the TNP Face contest.
That's right. Yeah, new paper, new face.
Your mom instigated you to join the competition?
Yeah, because I don't like those kind of competitions. So she was like, why don't you just try and then see what happens? Because the first prize was like $10,000 or something like that. So I was like, okay, yeah, why not? All right, okay. So I went to audition. Oh my gosh, it was like one of the longest days ever because they put us all through the audition. Then after that, they shortlisted the people, but then they realized they liked some other people. So they kept us back somewhere, and I was those some other people, apparently. Yeah. So they shortlisted more than they should have. So the reason why they made us stay back so long is because they couldn't take that many more people.
Okay.
So they had to put us through a round 2 of like auditions. So yeah, that was a long ass
What
day.
was the crux of the competition? Was it a DJ thing or just...
No it's just modeling competition.
Okay.
That's it. Just,
TNP face lah.
yeah. The whole fashion show was held at Nian City.
Okay.
In Nian City, it was inside.
Yeah. Generally,
Nian
the people who join are very young, right?
Yeah, and at that time I was I was a bit older actually. Yeah, and then they were also tall, so I just like made the minimum cut. I think I'm 162, so
okay, SIA would.
Yeah, right. So I got all these like giraffes around me, gazelles, and then I was like this short stump of a person, and then I barely made the minimum cut of the height level, and I'm pretty sure the thing that got me in was because I was
mixed,
bubbly, and I was gonna say bubbly and my personality lah.
Now in 2006, you're not really a rarity also.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I was quite
fun.
I want to say jolly. I don't know. Yeah, I was just happy.
Vivacious.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Let's go with that. I like your word.
Somewhere along the lines, it transitioned you to being a DJ, right?
Yeah, and I think I was jokey as well. I was just like I felt like it was a stand-up at that point when I was like presenting myself. I was just like trying to make jokes and making them laugh. So I guess I made an impression. I'd rather my personality stand out more than my looks.
But that had nothing to do with the competition, right?
Obviously not lah. But I think that's what gave me the edge. And at the end of the day, I actually won Miss Personality. So
what does that mean?
I got a stint on
not just
radio.
Looks, your personality.
Exactly. Yeah. And I actually liked that win. So that is actually what got me started in radio, because 91.3 was interviewing us before the competition and to get people to vote, right? So the contestants had to go on 91.3 to be interviewed. So that's when I realized I like being a jock. I mean, I like talking on radio. Why not? So that's when I went for a course at MediaCorp. Oh, no, actually, sorry. I won the stint first, personality. I won 1 week on air. And then after that, I was like, I like this DJ thing. And then that's when I signed myself up for a course at MediaCorp. And then after that, that's when the person conducting it was also the program director of like class and
95.
at the time. And she was like, do you want to like try part-timing for us like on the weekends? And I was like, hell yeah. So I went in for a demo.
You were not studying anymore, right, at this point?
No, I was working already.
Okay.
Yeah. So she asked me in to record a demo. Then she got the other big kahunas to listen to it, and then 1 week later they hired me. That
can be translated to other stuff,
Oh, is it? Okay.
Like
oh, is it?
Big kahunas.
That's titis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought I was thinking more of like hierarchy of
the male in me, like that. The image that immediately pop up in my head, like kahunas.
Oh, your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the bigger people apparently they heard, and then they gave the go ahead, and then they hired me 1 week later.
How long were you at MediaCorp Radio?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Miss Personality.
Yeah.
I might be a bit generalizing when I say this,
okay.
And I hope female listeners won't be after me with pitchforks or whatever.
Okay.
But it's very hard to find a blend of both, personality and looks.
Okay.
The fact that there's a category for Miss Personality, like it's very rare that if you have looks, very rare that you have personalities as well.
Right. Okay.
Right. Would you agree to that statement?
Sadly, to some extent, yeah, because I feel, as a woman, even I see other women, like sometimes they really just rely on their looks, and it really pains me because I like
skate by in life with the looks.
And in my heart, I'm just thinking there's got to be more to you than just that. I'm sure, it's just face value is there, sure, but you definitely have to have something beneath that, right?
Yeah.
Or below, somewhere deep inside, there has to be something more.
Yeah. When I was younger, when I go out on dates and all that, it's always, you want to go out with the hottest chick or whatever.
Of course,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so, but going out with these people...
Because you got to have something to show your buddies, right?
Exactly, it's for the gram.
Arm candy, yeah. Uh-huh.
So, being with them, like, they can't hold a conversation with you. At times, they just, like, the looks don't really matter, I know it is, like, something that people say all the time, but if you can't have a conversation with the person, like, how do you spend the rest of your life with the person?
Exactly. And I completely agree. And that's why I've never dated somebody. That's why I always call it a date. Because when you go and sit down with them and have a meal and try to carry a conversation, if you're having to try to carry a conversation, then it's probably not going to work out.
Exactly.
Because if you're forcing it, it's a no-go. Okay. Yeah, obviously.
Right. Back to MediaCorp. How was life there?
Oh, great.
I'm studying your facial features while every time I mention like no muttons and why is this?
It's
What
just
happened?
left
What
on a
happened?
bad note. It's just
Okay.
not
Is
just
it okay to talk about this or?
okay. Let's put it this way: their culture is their culture, like their work ethics and everything. And with Power, I'm just much happier here with the crew, and I think we all are just on the same level. It's like
Okay.
no judging. Even if it is, it's probably dished out anyway. Like with each other, there's no gossiping, there's no backstabbing, there's no nonsense lah. You know,
Yeah.
no superficial nonsense and bullshit, that kind of thing.
Because
Yeah.
when
Do you have to bleep that out?
yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. When I started doing the podcast with Martins and all
Yeah.
that, and I did with Young,
Mm.
so I had to do a bit of research to learn more about the radio background and all that.
Right.
So that's when I learned, oh, actually these people don't really get along with each other. It's like you know Twitter wars or whatever. Yeah, but you know, then again, every occupation is like that. I know
For sure.
all my previous jobs that I've been also the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
it's
some
just-
sort of drama somewhere. I mean, we
Yeah.
can't escape that. But it's just a matter of how you handle it.
yeah.
And some people just don't handle it well. Let's just put
Okay.
it that way.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay,
mhm.
case closed. Is that where you met Young, Mediacorp?
Yeah, at 97. He was actually the first person who babysat me.
He took you under his wing.
Yeah, because he was told to lah by management. He was like,
Okay.
hey, we got this new chick coming in. Can you tuition her, please? So yeah, he walked me through the panel and all what I'm supposed to do. Basically, he was my coach lah. And I looked up to him very much, and I still do. He is still very much a huge part of my radio career. If not without him, I would not be here, I think, because he taught me everything I know. Definitely.
All right.
Like nobody gave me the time of day at that point. And even then a lot of people back then didn't know as much as he did. Because he takes the time to learn.
He's very
and
eloquent, right?
in a sense, because if nobody can tell him how this should work or how this is done, he will go and find out. He is that kind of person that will go and
Initiative.
yes, he takes that step to go and not ask around like, hey, how you do this? How you do that? No, if nobody can tell him, he will go and you better bet your bottom dollar he will find out how to do it in some way, shape, or form.
Was
yeah.
that why you got the hots for him?
No, I think it was.
Did he ask you out or did you ask him out?
Oh, he.
I know you're with someone else now, so
Yeah.
I don't want to get too
No,
much
that's
into this.
fine.
but it's
I
fine.
mean, it
you
was.
guys are very open about this. It's very
We
weird.
are because it was a part of our lives. It happened. It's over.
I've never stayed in
Friends.
contact
Uh,
or friends with my ex-girlfriends ever.
Okay.
So I find this very intriguing for me.
Right.
You and Young. I had this conversation with him with the podcast
The
with him.
different
So
one,
and So let's start with how you guys got together. So apparently he did shed in his job. You know.
Huh?
So, you know the term cheating in your job because if you
oh, you don't crap where you work.
crap where you work, if you
Uh-huh.
did in your workplace.
Yes.
So sorry. So how did the romance develop?
I don't know. We hung out quite a bit, but just as friends because he was attached and so was I.
Okay.
So I don't know. It just became like he was my mentor, and then we were friends that just got along. Our humor is the same, if you can tell. It was, and it still is. So we just got along on those levels. And like you said, right, when you date somebody, you want to be able to carry a conversation with them. There was never a lull moment with him. We always had something to talk about. We were always having dinner, talking, playing games. Like we played Wii a lot together. We played so many video games together as well.
Speaking of Wii, what happened to what
I
happened to the
don't
console?
know.
It disappeared in the face of the earth.
It vanished
Yeah.
like dust particles in the air now.
Anyways,
Yeah, but so it just blossomed lah, from a friendship, literally from colleagues to friendship to a relationship.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you guys get into trouble for
No.
the upper management? Like, hey, you guys should have been together.
Yeah. They frowned upon it, I guess, but it really didn't. It was no skin off anybody's back lah.
They couldn't stop it even if they wanted to.
Right, but also it's not as if like we put it on display, because we had a lot of 987 events,
Okay.
right? So we had 987 RSVP, so all these parties, and we were together already at the time. So going to these parties, and like I said, I think it's really important that when you're in a couple, right? When you start out as friends, that's the most important thing. Because when you progress to becoming in a relationship, right? It's fine to hang around each other. So when we were hanging around each other as colleagues, right, at the 97 events, we were fine. We
Okay.
were just like
It's
colleagues.
Same. Yeah. Okay, same.
We weren't like smooching or hugging each other
Yeah,
or holding
professional.
hands. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah,
Not-
we were very
Not
professional
that
about
people
it.
can see like it's radio. What?
No, but like when we're
Yeah,
at
yeah.
events in front of people,
Okay,
you know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that
yeah.
was the thing. We didn't put it on display for God and everybody else to see. So yeah, I think that was a choice that we made, and we didn't want to like, display our love.
A lot of people have said that it's a very bad idea to work with someone that you date. But you guys seem to be debunking that myth,
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna smash it and say, who don't know who these people are. But the thing is, if
It's easy to have complications. You can see why.
for sure.
Yeah.
But the thing is how you handle it.
Yep.
Okay, that's the most important thing. You can or don't work with people that you used to be in a relationship with. But the thing is, we have our ups and downs for sure. We knock heads all the time, but it's just the way that we handle it. We face the problem, we settle it, and we move on. You don't need to harp on that. Hey, remember that time you were like, we're not 12, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
grown
grown-ups. We know how to handle this professionally, and we're able to deal with it and carry on the show lah.
And
that's the important thing anyway.
He introduced you to the world of wrestling.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Are you an ex-fan or you're still a fan?
No, I was an ex-fan. The reason I watched it so much, and I was actually quite as addicted to it as he was, because that was what I actually looked forward to when we went back to his place and we would sit and watch wrestling. And I knew all the names at some point, and I knew the moves and all that kind of stuff.
Who were you rooting for back then? Who was your favorite wrestler?
I don't recall. I didn't really have...
The Rock.
I guess
Is
Trips.
it Dolph Ziggler?
No, it wasn't Dolph, actually, to be honest. I think it was Trips.
Triple H.
Yeah.
Okay, Trips.
So
Wow, you say it like it's your best buddy. It's Trips,
I don't know why
me and good old Trippy.
Trips. Yeah, we just had
We go
coffee
way
the other
back.
day. Yeah,
Trippy.
talking to me about his kids. No, yeah, I think at that time it was Triple H lah. But I didn't like.
I see you're into big muscles guy.
No lah.
Big muscly guy.
You're asking wrestling what? They're all big muscly guys.
that's
Either
true.
that or they're just big.
That's true. Yeah.
I didn't like Vince. I hated McMahon. I was just and the whole McMahon
Family.
drama. Yeah. The back and forth with all of that. I was just like, I roll my eyes, but also I cannot tear my eyes away from the TV when I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So it's like a drug, like or a bad accident. Like you don't want to look at it, but you cannot help but look at it. So.
If you hate him, that means he's doing his job.
I guess so. Yeah,
he's
exactly.
He's trying to get you to him.
Exactly.
Right?
And
Yeah.
he stands out in my mind. And I remember his name, so obviously he's doing something right.
Yeah. Young makes a great impression of Vince.
Yeah. Okay.
Vincent Kennedy. So speaking of wrestling, Dolph Ziggler follows you on Instagram.
Yeah, I thought he didn't.
Yeah. So I follow. In my personal Instagram, I follow all the wrestlers because I'm a big fan myself.
Of course.
I wanted to DM you to do the podcast the other day, and I saw that Dolph Ziggler follows you.
Yeah.
I was telling Young this earlier that you might be the only Singaporean that Dolph follows.
I didn't even know that actually.
That Dolph follows on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you're just not aware of who follows you.
No, actually, I'm not. I'm
You're not like you don't.
I'm oblivious to that. Yeah.
Don't keep count on likes or
No.
whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I mean, likes I see lah, or like followers, but I don't go and check who is following
Okay.
me.
You don't
know what I
really
mean?
care.
Yeah, but the whole Dolph
Unless it's
thing.
like Brad Pitt or whoever.
Jennifer Lopez. I don't know.
Unless there's a verification tick.
Yeah.
Not worth checking out.
Yeah, exactly. Sure.
Yeah.
No, but Dolph, that's the thing. We brought him in for the interview, right? When they came to Singapore. So the thing is, we told him, he was like, what do I check out? In his American accent. We said, well, obviously you have to check out MBS, Marina Bay, right? The ship on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, before we know it, he was asking us
If you
to
guys
join
wanna-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Wait.
this was before
Sorry to cut you off.
then.
Do you follow Dolph on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I do.
okay,
Of course
alright.
lah.
It'd be so gangster if he follows you and you don't follow him back. It's like the one of the most popular people on earth.
Yeah.
Okay, me and Dolphy.
But usually the people that we have in the studio to interview, I follow them lah.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's just out of respect, and
Good to see.
I want to see what they're up to anyway. So yeah, we went up to have drinks with him on the ship at the top of MBS, and sorry. After that, when he left, then he DM'd me, and then he said, "Oh, do you want to have drinks?" So that's when we went, and
He
then
asked you personally?
yeah, on the DM lah.
Mm.
So I was like, he said, "Do you and Young wanna
okay,
come.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought like just you and him.
No. So he was up there obviously with his like bouncer dude.
Okay.
So it's just the four of us lah. And then we
the
went.
bouncers drink with you guys as well?
Yeah, he was. I think it was his off time lah. And
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting.
And Dolph was really like low key up there anyway. It wasn't very crowded, so it was nice. It was.
He's not very recognizable as well. Like people are
Yeah.
not like.
Especially when he ties
crowding.
his hair, because he had his hair tied up that night, like very
Yeah.
slick, you know. So, oh god, he's gorgeous though.
Yeah,
like
he
I'm
is, he
remembering his eyes right now. It's piercing
He's like
blue.
Mr. Perfect lah. Like,
Yeah.
When I say Mr. Perfect, I'm talking about the wrestler Mr. Perfect.
Oh, that Mr. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And after that, then we went to I think that was the next night was WWE in town. And then somebody comes to our seat and asks, "Can you come backstage?" And I'm like, okay.
What?
It was just me
Okay.
to meet Dolph.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it was
okay.
after his match. Then somebody
Oh, you
came to
went to the
get me.
event. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
We went to see it, of course.
Okay. He just asked for you without Young.
Yeah.
Young was like, no. Do you tell Young?
Because yeah, of course lah.
Okay,
Because
okay.
Young was like, "Where the hell did you go?" Right?
To meet
So-
Dolph.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
meeting Dolphy.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, I went backstage. It was I was like,
Do you get to meet all the other wrestlers as well?
Nah, just him.
Okay, just
Yeah,
him.
just him.
okay.
Which was enough anyway.
yeah.
That was all I needed. I can die happy now. But yeah, so it was really cool. We just went backstage, talked to him for a bit, and then took a picture, and then it's already because he was tired. It was just like literally after his match. So when I got to him, he hugged me, no shirt, so he was sweaty. And I was like, oh my god, I'm never washing the shirt again. Yeah, like fangirl moment at that point. Yeah.
Oh,
then
yeah,
after-
so during that time you were still a WWE fan. Sorry.
if he hugs me, I'm a fan. Yeah, I was still into it lah, but it kind of like faded after that because
Okay.
the only reason I watch it so religiously, I mean, it's like that when you're in a couple. What you like the stuff that your partner likes, right? Or you try to get involved and learn more about it. So that's why I took the time to study it a bit, like learn
Okay.
the wrestlers' names.
Makes
And
sense.
yeah, because he's like the freaking dictionary
Yeah.
of the encyclopedia of wrestling, you know,
Yeah.
that guy,
You must
Mr.
made-
Young, I
yeah.
mean.
You must have made a great impression, like, for him to really like you that much, like, call you back and all that to backstage or whatever. Dolph. I
Oh,
mean.
Dolph. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. I guess so. I hope so. I mean, we did still text after that.
Mm.
He gave me his number, his actual number. We DM'd for a while, and then he was like, "Oh, you know what? It's just easier to freaking give you my number." So he did, and we were WhatsApping. Like we were actually
Crazy.
messaging.
That's crazy.
I know.
Crazy.
So I couldn't believe it.
yeah.
So yeah, but it's nothing like sexual or anything. It was
Yeah.
literally like pure friendship. Like, oh, so what's Singapore like? What do we like? It was more
very
time for
very
him to learn.
gentleman.
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
really
guess-
is.
Come to think of it, right? When you are someone in his position, it's very hard for you to make friends.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It just occurred to me now, that maybe he just wants a friend.
Yeah, sure.
You know? Yeah.
Exactly. So that's the thing. And I talked to him like one. I wasn't like, oh my god.
And if you can have any type of friend, why not make it a girl and a good looking one at that? You know?
Thanks. Okay. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, he really is not Dolph. He's Nick when I talk to him, you know? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So his name in my phone was Nick.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right. We're gonna ride off to the sunset a little bit.
Okay.
And you've met a bunch of stars as well, like Maroon 5, Rihanna, One Direction, Justin Bieber.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You get to have a bit of conversation with them.
With Maroon 5, yes. I did the, what do you call, press conference.
Okay.
I hosted it. I was the person that says, yes, now you can answer, you can ask a question. Yeah, okay. Adam, yeah, you want to answer that? Yeah, I was that person. Justin was also a press conference, but I wasn't hosting that one. Actually, they sent me to Malaysia. He was performing in KL. So that was like you have to sit in the crowd. I was that person that was like, excuse me, can I ask a question? That kind of thing.
But do you get somewhat starstruck when you meet these people? I know you can't show
Yeah,
it. You have
yeah.
to be very good at masking it.
Of course, yeah.
But do you have like that butterfly feeling?
Of course, internally I'm going, "Woo!" But yeah, outside my face is going, yeah, I'm cool, whatevs. You know, it's
Hey,
it's just Adam Levine here sitting next to me. Bite finger. Oh, yeah, that kind of thing. That's why at the same time, like everybody, I really don't get the phenomenon of, like when I watch E Channel, E Channel, and I see all these people like fainting, Kardashian, whatever, like just the people that are such huge fans of them. Like the lengths that they will go to. But I'm like, at the end of the day, they still get sick. they still bleed, they still go to hospital, they still are human.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why we put them on this imaginary pedestal when they just earn more money than we do and they're just more famous than we are. That's it. But they're still human. There's no difference there. You know what I mean? They still lie, they still cheat, they still love, they still tell the truth sometimes. You know, it's no different than us.
Look at how many scandals have been popping up like for the past year itself, like, you know, Bill Cosby or whatever.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right? That you wouldn't think that, you know, you don't see that side of them on TV or on the internet.
And especially Bill Cosby, it was such a wholesome show, The Cosby Show, right? Which I find very strange because that wasn't even his name in the show. His name was Huxtable.
Oh, that's his real name?
Yeah, no, that was his name in the show. As in Bill Cosby's name. He was a doctor in the show, right? His name was Huxtable, like his last name. But it's called The Cosby Show. So it didn't make sense to me. I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah. Do you still get that luxury sometimes to meet celebrities like right now? Your job offers you that opportunity?
Right now, well, who have I met lately? I haven't met anybody lately.
Singapore has been very
quiet.
Not really quiet. This past year itself, there's a lot of celebrities coming to Singapore, like Dua Lipa and all that. And Mediacorp seems to be clinching all these people to themselves. Is it like a matter of your radio station needs to be proficient in getting them before they do, or like it's a matter of what takes up their time? Is this like a war of who can get
Oh,
their
of
time?
course it is, yeah. The big umbrella, obviously, is Mediacorp lah. Look at all the little...
They got all the resources and all that.
Exactly. They've got the newspaper, they've got... not the newspaper lah. They've got news, they got
everything.
Exactly.
But isn't Safra Radio government as well?
Yeah, But that's why sometimes also we need to be very careful about like the image we portray about certain things. So I guess with MediaCorp, like with namely 987 and Class, or mostly 987, geared toward the younger, hipper, you know, that kind of thing. I think
Not
we're
me lah.
more...
Not me.
Yeah, not me either. So the thing is, I mean, we're hip in our own ways, I guess, like a broken hip. Anyway, no, but but the thing is, I feel like we're more with Pawela and our crew, our like family here, is like we're more health and family oriented. So I think that's it. I mean, it's cool to have guests in, but at the end of the day, the things that we talk about, especially Young and I, it's stuff that usually people are talking about.
Can relate to.
Yeah, exactly. It's relatable. It's like, what are you going through? What's happening with you? Have you eaten here yet? Have you tried this place? What are you doing over the weekend with your family or your friends? Make sure to make time for them, that sort of thing. Because he and I are very family oriented as well. So, and I definitely, he wants to start a family too. I know.
He has started a family. Oh no, he
wants the babies.
Okay, he wants the babies.
He wants the babies.
He wants more youngs.
Yes,
he wants some youngs.
He wants, he specifically wants a girl, I believe. That's the last time I checked. So yeah, he wants a baby girl.
Just to name her like
I don't know. Yeah,
like some wrestler, female wrestler name like Trish or Lita or something.
Young Trish.
Young Trish.
That's a wrestler name right there.
Okay, a couple of questions left.
Okay.
How long do you see yourself doing this, like radio?
For as long as I'm physically capable of doing so. Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's what I love. I think...
You don't see it as a job?
No, exactly. And I think that's what we struggle to do these days. I started working since I was 16. And the problem with all of us is trying to find what we love to do and get paid at the same time. So it's very difficult to do that. So I think why I've been in this industry for so long, or specifically in radio, is because I sincerely enjoy coming into work every day to do the show and interact with Young and just bounce ideas off each other and hopefully make listeners happy, whoever's tuning in.
When I was working in the boxing gym, I felt that way, because it was like one of the best jobs ever. I was the videographer for the gym.
Oh, okay.
So, and I get to train boxing as well. So it was like I came to work to train and do videos. It's the best thing ever. Business wasn't good. They had to let me go. Nothing lasts forever. So what if tomorrow radio isn't a business thing?
Yeah.
Like it is not making money for the government or whatever.
Right.
So, and you have to find something else
An alternative.
What would be the first thing you try to do?
I have no idea. I think about that every day. What you just asked me.
Personal dog taker.
Probably. I will
sitter.
go. I will do something. I'll probably take a course in animal training or some shit like that, and probably work with animals. I think because they're better than humans. No, I'm kidding. They're just
We're animals too.
Yeah, we are to some extent. But animals, that's the thing. I mean, with my dog, she's always happy to see me when I come home. You know, like with your family, right? You can like when I used to live with my parents. Sometimes they had a bad day, but I'm in a good mood. Then you come home, then they're like, "Hey, okay, you're home." You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the dog will always be happy to see you, even if you whacked it earlier for pissing on the couch or some shit like that. It will always greet you. So I think that's the thing.
How
I'm
do you
not
know?
saying animals.
Maybe it's like woof, but it's like, saying like vulgar.
Screw you!
vulgarity, you know.
Could be. We'll never
you,
know.
owner.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I said until you ever watch the movie Up?
Yeah.
Yeah, until they invent something for dogs like Doug has, like, I love you. You are my favorite owner. You know,
Yeah.
that thing we'll never know, right?
Yeah. Disney is making great movies. Very excited
Yes.
about Lion King.
Uh-huh. Very. I was watching the back-to-back trailer of...
They say it's live action, but it's technically it's digitally made lah. So
Exactly.
You can't call it live action. But anyway, besides the point. Sorry. You
No, I was watching the comparison trailer
yeah,
from the
yeah,
old
yeah.
Lion King to the new
Yeah.
one. I was like, oh my gosh, how far have we...
man.
Yeah,
Nostalgia.
I know. It's crazy.
Yeah. All animals are great lah. Unless you're
True.
like mosquito or
Yeah, well, that's not an animal. That's an
Komodo
insect. Yeah.
Komodo dragon or whatever like annoying
Yeah.
animal. Alright. Okay, last question. What
Okay.
is the one thing that you've learned in your job that you can apply to your real life?
The one thing...
Mm.
Oh.
Anything lah. That doesn't have to be one thing. Can be many things.
Always find something that makes you happy so that you are happy throughout the day. And making yourself happy, if that sounds right, will make others happy around you lah. If you just give off that vibe, I think it just... If you exude positivity, it'll come back to you. So I just want that. I had a lot of negativity over the past few years. This year was one of those years that was actually a really good year. And now that we're coming to the end of the year, I can say 2018 was a pretty good year for me.
Swell year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2019 will be better. Hopefully.
Let's aim for that. Let's
hope.
shoot for that.
Let's
Yeah.
hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having
It
me.
feels great. I thought that when I came here, we were going to talk about DJ all the way, but I have plenty of that. I've done with Gene Martins and all that. So, and I think it's nice for a change that I get to know you as a person. It was a great 1 hour of conversation with
Thank you.
Yeah,
It didn't feel like an hour though.
Yeah.
Felt like 20 minutes.
Time passed by when you
Have fun.
have fun. Yeah.
And talk a
exactly.
lot.
And talk a lot. Yeah. Yeah, but I've learned a lot, just by talking to you yourself. I think it makes me a better conversationalist.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
In
that.
preparation for Gurmit Singh
Very cool. Very cool.
episode 50.
He will do all the work for you. I'm pretty sure.
He's
Yeah.
gonna carry the whole podcast.
You'll kill it. You'll kill
You'll
it.
kill it.
Thank you for having
Right.
me.
Thank you, Jacqui. Jacqui Thibodeaux.
Yes, you got it.